Sorry, Calendly. It's nothing personal, but I like being able to do everything on one program, and it's so seamless and it integrates well. So this is GoHighLevel's calendars, which is basically the same thing as Calendly, where you can create links for people to schedule on your calendar. So there's this calendar view here when you first come in, and you can look at appointments. You can look at it a couple different views. I have to reintegrate mine, that's why it looks like I have no appointments. But when you click here, it's going to take you over to settings, so you can also get there by going to the settings on the left-hand menu and calendars. And here's where you're going to create a calendar. This is a really robust system. I have not even played with everything that they have in here. So for different types of businesses, you need different kinds of calendars. So you can create like a group of calendars. You can create a service menu. I have not even looked at any of that stuff. So for most of my clients who are online entrepreneurs doing like virtual coffees and coaching sessions, then just this regular personal booking is going to be good. But you can also, you saw there was a round robin, so like if you have a team of customer service people, it can like rotate through people and different people can get the calls, things like that. So we're going to give this a name. We can add a description if we want to. Select team member. I'm the only team member, so it's gonna be me. This is not something that you're gonna end up actually using very much, but you can't have it the same as any URL anywhere on GoHighLevel, which makes it like impossible. So you'll see if I did try to do, no, not that. My calendar, already taken. They're all going to be already taken, and it doesn't matter that much. So we'll do that. Meeting duration. This is a basic availability, but you can do that in more detail in a moment. You can accept payments through here, although I found that to be a little bit finicky. I prefer usually to do like a payment first, and then after payment is submitted, it redirects to a non-payment calendar instead of the calendar itself accepting payments. Okay, so now I'm going to go into that one I just created, test. I'm going to edit it, and we're going to do some more detailed stuff. So we can put a logo with the calendar if we want to. We can add it to a group if we have groups. This seems to have completely updated. Anyway, meeting invite title, contact name. Great. I like to add to this because this is what's going to go on your Google Calendar, but also on your the person who's booking their Google Calendar. So it'll just say their name and they'll get super confused. So I like to do, let's say, like something like that. Okay, meeting location. So there's a few options here. It can be a phone call. It can be a location, like a physical location. It can be, they can tell you what they want, but I'm going to do custom. That's not what I meant. Here, I'm going to put my Zoom personal room. Right now, I'm not, but basically, I'm going to put the personal room to my Zoom. I do still need to have a Zoom. You don't necessarily have to have the paid Zoom, but if, you know, Zoom has their limitations on the free account, like 45-minute limit, things like that. You can choose what color it shows up on the calendar. And then we're going to go to availability, where we can do a lot more detailed stuff. So if I say I'm available on Monday, I can do 8 to 1, and then have it also from 2 to 3, right? So I have a lunch break in there. I can add specific dates that I'm not available. So if there's like a vacation or something, but I have usually these are available, but on this particular date I won't be, you can put those in there. Look busy. Hide the number of available slots so that you look very in demand. You can set it as a recurring meeting. The interval is the time between the booking slots. So for 30 minutes, in a 30-minute meeting duration, it'll show 8 a.m. available, 9 a.m. available. It won't show 8:30 available, right? I like to put this to at least 1 so that you're not like surprised the day of and someone signs up on your calendar and you didn't think to check your calendar because you're deep in work. So minimum scheduling notice of 1 day. Date range, have I used that before? Interesting. Okay. So it could be that like you are offering something where they can call you in the next week, if you've sold something from stage and they need to schedule with you within certain days, you can put that week in there. If you want to have more than one person there, like allow for multiple people in the room, you can have more than that. Maximum bookings per day. Pre-buffer, additional time before an appointment. So, lots of options, lots of things to play with there. Forms, by default, it's just going to have a first name, last name, email, phone number, and notes. So, I prefer to create my own form to put in here, and then, whatever it is. Confirmation page. I highly recommend redirecting to a URL, creating a thank you page on your website, putting it in here to, direct them towards your blog, your YouTube, your community group, a low-cost offer, something. Give them another thing to do rather than just the default, you're confirmed. You can auto-confirm new meetings. I like to leave that on, but you may not. I talked about payment already. Notifications. Allow Google Calendar to send invites. Yes. Allow rescheduling. That's up to you. Allow cancellation. Again, up to you. And, you could allow rescheduling up to 1 day before. Something like that. This is going to get sent to them in email, so you can put information here. That will be part of, I believe it's part of the confirmation. Things are always changing, but I'm reasonably certain that these notes are what gets sent in the confirmation email. Connection, link to calendar. I need to do this because I just changed my GoHighLevel. So it's going to take me over to the settings and integrations where I can put in my Google Calendar. So there's a few different integrations in here, and again, it is adding new things. I'm gonna, oh, hi. I'm going to trust lead connector. Yes, it's connected over here. Okay, so now I probably have to refresh. Before I refresh, I'm gonna hit save. I'm smart that way. Every time. Okay, so back to...
Can you use the bathroom? Can you keep this safe?
Yes.
Let me see it.
Priya, you need to use the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom, Priya.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Okay, so these are all of the things that I can schedule it on, and I would leave it as a one-way sync. I got real confused with this the other time, the first time I tried to set it up, and it was just messy. So I can't explain it exactly, but one way is the way to do it. Then I've never really fiddled with this stuff, but you can do update some of this for the widget, and this widget is going to get pulled into any pages that you want. So you can see that blue default color there, the name of it, we didn't put a description, and we only put 1 day as available. So once we save that, then I'm going to go back to our sites and add it to its own page. So for example, I have this book a call virtual coffee page. Okay, so I put this headline, but this whole widget here is a calendar that it has pulled in. And you can see that this is the calendar I put on there. And when the button is pressed to submit, it uses the action from the calendar builder, or you can set it from here to go to a thank you page. So this is just under Elements, Add, and come to Calendar, select your calendar. I have multiple test calendars. There it is. So, once you save that and publish it, then you are going to view.
I have no stick.
And I don't see where to set up the reminders. So I guess I would test it out and make sure that some reminder emails are getting sent, but if they aren't, then you can do that through an automation. Okay, so here's customer booked appointment as the trigger. Always with triggers, check to make sure that you've added all the filters that are appropriate, because you can't just have booked appointment, it won't trigger. You need it to be specifically for the calendar. So you could also have within that calendar, and they have tag, new customer or whatever it is. And then look at you go.
These are for look. It's another picture thing. You can make 2 pictures.
So event appointment time. Some number of days before. Then once you have that one day before, then you send an email. Or whatever you want to do, from subject, write the email, add an attachment if you want to, save that action, make sure you hit publish, and name your workflow so you don't get confused. But this is how you can set custom booking reminders for your calendars. So there's a lot in there, again, that you can explore, but it is quite robust. And you can see some of my blocked off spots because it's integrating with Google Calendar, so it will not double book you if you have that synced up. But yeah, I think that about covers it with creating calendars in GoHighLevel. So let me know any questions that you have so that I can give more information if it is needed.